I think this is definitely one of the better horror remakes that I have ever seen in such a long time. And yes, I'm going to be one of those people saying that I might like this more than the original film. What is up, guys and slasher fans? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinker, and finally, I'm reviewing a Christmas movie. Today I'm going to review the latest Christmas slasher film, Silent Night, Deadly Night. This movie is the remake of the 1984 movie with the same name, and this movie is directed by Mike T. Nielsen, and this movie stars Rohan Campbell and Ruby Modine. When Billy witnessed his family's grisly murder at the hands of Santa, it ignites a long life mission to spread holiday fear. Every Christmas he dons a red suit and embarks on a blood-soaking massacre to feed his twisted sense of justice. So we have the latest horror movie that came out, and this movie is also a remake of the classic 1984 Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, I first saw this movie this year leading up to this film, so I have not seen the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies before this movie, so I decided to watch the original film before getting into this film to compare, and I thought the original film is pretty decent. It wasn't anything spectacular. It's not like my favorite horror film of all time now, but it's just a fine slasher movie that knows exactly what it is, and it's definitely a 1980s slasher movie. You can definitely feel that throughout that film. And I decided to also watch part 2, because I heard a lot of guilty pleasure things about that film, and literally the film is just a rehash of the first movie, with some terrible acting, and also one of the most funniest lines I've ever seen in a movie. Garbage Day?
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
What the hell was that?
So when it comes to this remake, you know, I wasn't expecting anything spectacular or anything. I was just expecting this movie to be just a fun slasher movie. This is from studio that brought you the Terrifier movie, so I kind of went to this movie kind of expecting it to be in that direction. But I gotta say, guys, this movie really freaking surprised me. I was not expecting this movie to go the way it was, and honestly, I had a total blast with this remake, and I think this is definitely one of the better horror remakes that I have ever seen in such a long time. And yes, I'm going to be one of those people saying that I might like this more than the original film. I'm going to say, Rohan Campbell as Billy in this film, this is where he gets a chance to shine in this film, because of course he was in Halloween Ends, and I would say he is the best part to me of Halloween Ends, despite that the story was kind of literally in the wrong movie here. He's not the problem with that movie. I think he was great in that film. This movie is when he gets a chance to shine, and I thought he is really good in this film. You understand Billy's past in the film. You understand why Billy ends up the way he is in the film. And he's also badass. When it comes to the slasher scenes, he is freaking badass in this film, but you understand his motivation as well in this film. And also Ruby Modine as the love interest in this film, I was not expecting her to be good in this film. I was expecting her to just be a standard love interest in horror films. She's not that. She is the love interest to Billy in the film, but she's also a character that actually has a really dark past, and she definitely has flaws, and I was really surprised where her character is going in this film, and I thought she's actually really good in this film. And I do think the romance between Rohan and Ruby in the film is really well done in the film. It didn't feel forced. You understand them two together, and they actually have a really good chemistry with one another. But of course, let's talk about the slashing scenes, because yes, this movie is brutal, it is bloody, but also it's just a really fun time. It knows exactly where it's even going, and I would say definitely the slashing moments when it comes to the cinematography, and even like the action scenes, I would say, they look fantastic in this film. You definitely have a lot of those in the film, and you know, it's definitely a fun time if you're a huge slasher fan like I am. You'll definitely enjoy this movie because of the slashing scenes. The slashing scenes are very entertaining in this film. And what really surprised me about this film, there is a plot aspect with Billy having a voice in his head, which I was not expecting this film to go on. That didn't happen in the original film, so definitely this film has its differences than the original film. But at first I'm just like, that could have been out of place. But somehow it really works in this film, and I think the voice character is also a major character in this film, and I think that voice has a really excellent chemistry with Billy in the film. I really do love their banter back and forth. It definitely has its black comedy aspects within it, and that's what I like about this film. It is the original film, kind of. Like, it definitely has events from the original film, when it comes to comparison. Like, of course, the parents getting murdered, his motivation, but also this film did something kind of more unique that didn't take away from the story, and I really love that about this film. This is how you should do a remake, you know? Stay with the original film, but also kind of make it its own identity, and somehow this movie really did that really well. This film is sort of like Thanksgiving for me, that I was not expecting the film to be as fun as it is, but it turned out a movie that I would say, yeah, if it's Thanksgiving season, I'll watch this film. This is another film that, like Violent Night, I could watch this every Christmas. I had such a fun time with this movie because this movie presented more than I was expecting. It's a really good slasher film, and it definitely has some great slasher moments, but what surprised me about this film as well is that this film does have its drama, and I think the drama of this film really does work for me as well. And the direction that this film is going throughout the movie, I got more invested throughout it, and I was curious how this film is going to end off. So overall, guys, Silent Night, Deadly Night is a fun-ass remake. This is definitely one of the better horror remakes that I've seen in a while. The slasher moments are fantastic. This film is brutal as shit when it comes to the action moments. Rohan Campbell is fantastic in this film as Billy, and the romance between him and Ruby in the film is really well done in the film as well. It's a film that goes in a much different direction than I thought it was going to be than the original film. Comparing to the original film, I definitely like this film better. This film has a surprising amount of drama. There is a couple of plot aspects that I was like, okay, I like where this is going. This is actually very interesting the way it's going. It's definitely another film that I could watch every holiday season, like Violent Night. I had a really fun time with this movie. I would absolutely recommend it. If you have this movie in theaters near you, if you love slasher films, if you love Christmas films, definitely check out this remake. It's a remake that definitely sticks to the formula of the original while also trying to do something new, and I think this film works in all of those occasions. So yeah, I had a really fun time with Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I would say definitely go see this film on the big screen. So guys, that is my review for Silent Night, Deadly Night. What do you think of this film in the comments below? Do you think this is better than the original? If it's not better than the original, or if you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.